Before sunrise, the harbour of Bellwether slept under a roof of fog, and the tide breathed through the pilings like something dreaming in a language older than maps. Mara Vale had spent half her life diving among the roofs of a city the ocean had kept for itself. She knew the creak of rope, the knock of hulls, and the silence of stone streets underwater.
You heard it again, did you not? That whisper from below the bell tower?
It was not the bell tower this time. It sounded like pages turning under the tide.
On her chart, the drowned city was a scatter of measured lines. In her dreams, it was a mouth full of doors asking her to open only one.
Take the listening line, Mara. If the sea speaks in books, promise me you will answer like a living woman, not like a ghost.
I promise. I am going down for answers, not for endings.
The tide climbed one black stone at a time, and from far beneath it came the faintest sound of paper learning how to breathe. At 9 bells, Mara slipped beneath the harbour skin. The world above folded into silver circles, and the old city rose below her, patient and green.
Juno, the line is clear. I can see the old clock roofs. There is light coming from the school district.
I hear you, love. Mark your depth and keep your hands on the line when the whispering starts.
She passed windows where fish nested in nurseries, staircases furred with coral, and a baker's sign turning slowly in the current. Every familiar ruin seemed to be waiting for a name. Then the water changed. It thickened with the sound of 1,000 pages opening at once, though no page should have survived one night below the sea.
There is a doorway here. It has the city crest above it, but the inside is dry light.
The library stood where the old council school had been, its doors wide open, its steps brushed clean, its windows filled with amber, as if sunset had been stored there for 30 years. Water stopped at the threshold like glass. Mara stepped through, and drops lifted from her suit, rising back into the sea as if the room refused to remember wetness. Inside, shelves climbed higher than any building left standing on land. The books were not ruined. They breathed against their bindings, each one warm with a life not yet finished.
Welcome, Mara Vale. You have come to the stacks where the living leave their last pages before they know they have written them.
Who are you? And why do the books sound like people trying not to be forgotten?
I am the keeper of conclusions. I do not end lives. I shelve what time has already chosen to bind.
Mara saw names on the spines, but none stayed still long enough to be read. Fishermen, singers, mayors, children grown old in a blink, all of them shelved while their hearts still beat above.
If their endings are here, then someone can warn them. Someone can turn the page before it closes.
A reader may change one ending only by paying with one true memory of love. The page will open. The memory will not return.
A memory of love is not a coin. It is a person living inside you.
The books whispered harder, and through the layered voices, Mara heard one name rise with the clarity of a bell struck in an empty room. Mara climbed the brass ladder with hands that felt suddenly borrowed. When she touched the glowing book, the whole shelf shivered like a held breath.
No, that is my brother's name. Elias is alive. He left for the North Channel yesterday.
Alive, yes. That is why the book can still be read. That is why the page can still be altered.
The book opened without a sound, and the dry library filled with a vision of the surface. A grey morning. A northbound boat. Elias laughing with salt on his coat.
If I come back with those silver shells, Mara will finally admit I know the good reefs better than she does.
Then the page turned. The vision darkened, not into violence, but into absence. An empty hook on the harbour wall. Juno waiting with a lamp that had burned too low.
Show me how to change it. Tell me the memory you want.
Not any memory. The first time Elias taught you to float, the day you learned the sea could hold you without taking you.
The memory rose before Mara could guard it. A summer cove. Elias at 16, laughing waist-deep in sunlit water. Mara, smaller then, furious with fear, learning trust by inches.
The sea is not empty under you, Mara. Feel it lift your back. Let it do some of the work.
Take something else. Take the day I won my first salvage medal. Take my pride. Not that day with Elias.
Pride does not anchor a soul, love does. Only an anchor can pull an ending into a different tide.
Mara reached for the listening line, but the cord lay slack across the table. Above her, the library windows trembled with green light, and the ocean pressed its silence to the glass.
Mara, your signal is fading. If you can hear me, come back to the threshold. Do not let a book keep you longer than your breath can bear.
At Juno's voice, another book stirred. It slid from a lower shelf and opened to a face Mara had not allowed herself to remember clearly for years.
Mara, if this message ever finds you, then the library has kept its promise and broken mine.
Father, you knew about this place.
I came searching for your mother's ending, and I paid with the memory of her singing you both to sleep. I saved one life and lost the song that told me why.
Mara understood then that the library did not steal at random. It took the memories that made love useful and left behind the facts like shells with no sea inside them.
Choose, Mara Vale. The page is soft for only a little while. After that, it hardens into history.
Around them, the stacks leaned inward, not moving enough to fall, only enough to listen.
If I forget that he taught me to trust the water, I will still know that I love him. That has to be enough.
She placed her palm on Elias's page. The summer cove opened under her hand, bright as a small sun, and the younger Mara began to fade from the water's edge.
Let it lift you, Mara. I have you until you have yourself.
The page drank the light. Ink moved in the book like a flock turning at dusk, and the ending that had waited for Elias loosened its grip. In the vision above the table, the north channel changed. A gull crossed the sky. Elias looked toward it, turned his boat early, and the grey morning opened into a road home.
I remember his face. I remember that I love him. Why can I not remember the cove?
Because love has paid its tax, yet you are still yourself, though one bright room inside you has gone dark.
Then the library answered the changed page. Shelf after shelf opened, and Mara saw thousands of endings crossed by different hands, each correction glowing like a scar made of dawn.
This place is not a prison of endings. It is a ledger of people who refuse them.
Now you understand the first truth. Every ending is true until someone loves enough to make it otherwise.
But revelation had weight. Beyond the windows, the tide pulled at the library doors, and the listening line trembled like a question that had almost run out of breath.
Mara, follow my voice. One hand over the other. Come back to me now.
Mara put her helmet on with hands that remembered every buckle and forgot one summer afternoon. She crossed the threshold, and the library let the sea take her gently back. Above, the harbour had turned gold. The tide opened around her helmet, and for one breath, the whole sea smelled of paper, rain, and lost songs.
Elias is coming home. I know it. I paid for it, but I cannot remember what I paid.
Then we will remember around the hollow place, love. We will tell you who you were until it feels warm again.
By noon, a northbound boat appeared under a white gull, and Elias stepped onto the dock with silver shells in his pocket. Mara held him tightly, though she could not say why the embrace felt like floating. Far below, in the dry library beneath the sea, a new book settled onto an empty shelf. Its spine carried Mara's name, and its final page had not yet decided whether to close.